out. Close your eyes. Deep breaths in and out through the nose. Open your eyes and up. All right, we're going to start with a little bit of coordination, a little bit of cardio, a little bit of strength, and a little bit of balance. So we're going to come up on one leg again today. We're going to do 30 seconds. We're going to hop forward and backwards. So this isn't about as far as I can go. This is about staying in that same line and moving back and forth. If you want to add a challenge, then you speed up how fast you go back and forth. Ready? Legs are up and go. 30 seconds. Good. Extra challenge. Keep your arms up in their guard. Nice. That's 10 seconds down. We got 30 seconds. We got 20 seconds left. 15 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Woo, that was a good one. Take a second. Just walk those legs. Give it a chance to shake out because we got to do that other leg now. So whichever leg you lifted up last time, we're going to switch it. Bring up your opposite leg. We got 30 more seconds. So pace yourself. If you want to push yourself, go a little bit faster. And go. Here we go. 30 seconds. Keep those arms up. Keep that knee up. The higher you keep it up, the better the challenge. Make sure you're breathing. Good. 15 seconds are done. That means just 15 more. Down to 10 seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Put that down. 3 breaths. 1, 2, 3. Good. I'm gonna pass it off to Miss Carrie. She's got some core, some stomach, some abs for us to work today.
All right, guys, we haven't done these, I don't think, since Monday, so we're gonna do our water piece today. We're gonna go down on the ground. Hands are gonna form that triangle, put them underneath your belt. Lay all the way back. Keep your legs as straight as you guys can. And imagine the zipper zipping them all the way together. We're gonna lift them 6 inches off the ground. We're gonna go up, bring it back down. We're gonna do, how many things since they gave? Should we do 20 today?
So here's the challenge for you. If you can only do 10 strong, do 10. The next level up is 20. If you want to do the black belt challenge today, we're going to go the whole way to 30. It's Friday. Let's push ourselves before the weekend. I'm going to go the whole way for 30 today.
Let's do it. Remember, guys, you can also take a quick break and jump right back in.
We're using our breathing. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 is level 1, 2, 3, 4.
Nice job, Bogdana. Keep going. Out. Max, you got this.
7,
Nicole looking good.
8,
Graham looking awesome.
9, 10.
Abraham, you guys got this. Keep going. Nico, awesome. Matthew looking good. Joaquin.
4,
Keep it up,
5,
guys.
6, 7, 8.
And Nessa, keep going. Sai looking awesome.
Good. Everybody right where you're at. Let's stay on the ground here. So we're going to work our way back to our feet with our punches today. We're going to start from our feet straight out. And we're going to pull our fists back just like we were doing a horse stance. From here, we're going to do 10 front 2 knuckle punches. And think of those of you who played tallest tower. It's almost going to be like that game. I want my stability on each level of the tower until we get ourselves back up. So ready? 10 front two knuckle punches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. Bring your feet in. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. Up on your knees. So I'm going to sit down, back on my insteps on this one. So this is a lower kneel. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now I've got my high kneel. I can even move my legs a little farther apart and almost make a mini horse stance on this one. 10 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. Up into really, 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 really low horse stance. My back is still straight. I don't want it to bend forward at all. My feet are still pointed forward. My knees are still bent to the side. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. Regular horse stance. Knees are still bent. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. Whole way up, feet are together, almost in my front position. Knees are still a little bit bent. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. Right leg up. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. Left leg up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Both legs up. No, I'm just joking. We can't do that one. Good. Shake that out. Now, we're going to go back to that leg up. We're doing a lot of balance today. A lot of work on one leg. Now, just being able to use that one leg, we're building up strength that we can use on both legs. But looking at practical value of this is something that you can practice on your own. Maybe we'll bring it back, I think, next time, next week sometime, is that I can use a hop or a lift to close range. There's that same idea that we were talking about earlier this week, how far my weapons can hit. So if I hop into it, that's another way to close gap and bring some mass behind what I'm working on. So we're going to go back to those hops. And we were just using front and back motion. Now we're going to go side to side and get a little bit of those side muscles in. So guards up, knees up. We're going to do 30 seconds again. So get yourself ready mentally. Here we go. And move side to side. Good.
Nice, Nikki. Keep it up. Good job, Rory. Keep going.
Keep those knees up. Good. That's 10 seconds.
Nice, honey. I like that your guard is up.
10 seconds left. 9, 8.
Good, Veronica.
7,
Keep going.
6.
Abraham looking
5,
good.
4, 3, 2, 1. Woo!
Nice job,
That's a
guys.
good one. My leg's burning right now. If your legs are burning, remember, when I work out, there's a difference between pain, something really hurting, and physical discomfort, that burn that you get when the muscles start to holler at you from using them a lot. That's making them stronger. Now, gave you a little bit of time with that talk in between to let that leg recover so that we can lift the other one up. We got to work the other side now. 30 seconds on the clock again. Here we go. Left and right, go.
Keep breathing, guys.
10 seconds down. Keep it up. Keep those guards up. 10 seconds left. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Put that leg down. Let's give those legs a nice little stretch. We're going to work a stretch right now that stretches our muscle from the top where the leg connects to the back the whole way down to the knee. And it's going to look familiar. We're going to use our side stretch that we normally do, but the same arm that I'm using, whether you're using your right or your left first, I'm going to take my same leg and I'm going to step it across behind me. So I'm going to step across. I'm going to put my front arm, front leg hand on my hip, and I'm going to reach across. You should feel it in your side and then the side of your leg. I want to make sure that I'm not letting myself lean forward. I'm bringing my shoulders slightly back. 2 more breaths. Good. Let's work the other side now. Put your leg behind you, almost like a twist stance. But I want to try to keep this front leg straight. I'm not going to let it bend. Hand on my hip. And reach. So I'm feeling the stretch in my side and the whole way down. If you need a little bit more stretch, you can step a little bit deeper and you'll feel that. For me, it doesn't take that much. Good. Come on back up. Let's shake all that out. Nice. So by now, you should be feeling pretty warm. You got a really good workout in the legs. Got the lungs working. Got the arms pumping with our 2-knuckle punches. Got a little bit of core. I want to start off with our technical part of class with some short form 1. So white belts out there, this is something that you're going to need. Yellow belts, we're going to do the left side. Is going to be what you're going to need for your material. And then advanced ranks, we're going to show you how you can put your techniques in and create your own form out of a basic form. Remember, black belt in Kempo, part of your black belt test is you have to make up your own form. Pretty cool. So first, let's take our short form 1. We've already done salutation this week. We'll go through that just one time today for review. We started our front position. Bow. Step out to the left. We take a couple breaths. Close. I bring up my right hand. I sign to my left hand. I draw my weapon with my twist stance. Step, cast stance. Back. Together. Out. Mind, body, spirit, peace over power, prayer, close. Good. I'm going to take a step forward here so that we have a little bit more room to see. And this way you can use the same footwork that I'm using and you don't have to mirror it. So from here, I'm going to step back, left leg, right inward block. Remember to keep that toe and heel and knee and heel alignment that we talked about earlier this week. I'm going to step back and I'm going to inward block again. Let's look at just those 2 moves. Step back, inward block. Step back, inward block. Good. Let me show that to you from another angle. You're still going to be facing whichever way you started, just so you can see what my arms are doing. Right arm block, same time on the end, left arm block. There it is. Now, let's break that down and let's add some moves. Those of you who have seen this form, those of you who are working a little bit more advanced, white belts, I want you to practice that for a couple seconds here while we look at a way to advance this form. So, let's add a technique to those blocks. We're going to go inward block. Let's go punch, roundhouse kick, back. Now we're going to go inward block, punch, roundhouse kick, back. That's just, I'm pulling, those of you who know attacking mace, I'm just pulling some attacking moves to add to my blocking moves. So now I'm making it more of an applicable, practical technique where we're not only blocking, but we're adding moves back in. So, one more time, both ways. We've got inward block, inward block. That's the textbook, that's the standard short form one. Same view from the front. I'm gonna reverse it for you, so you're gonna mirror me. I'm gonna use my left arm, you're gonna use your right arm. Inward block, opposite leg step back. Inward block, opposite leg step back. Now let's look at that little technique way of doing it. Let's put our technique in with it now. I'm gonna do the same, you're gonna mirror me. I've got inward block, punch. You'll notice I'm using my forward bow for some technique. Roundhouse kick, and I'm gonna land back on this one. Now I'm gonna reverse it. Inward block, forward bow punch, roundhouse kick, back. Two ways of doing the same form. And you can put in any moves after that. You could make it a palm strike and a chop. You could make it a front kick, landing a hammer. That's up to you. This is a way to get creative. Let's look at side two now. So, we've got inward block. We've got inward block. The next bad guy in this technique is coming from our left side. So the first thing we have to do is we got to turn and look, and we have to see that danger. Now, speaking of danger, short form one uses safe covers. So let's get our, since we're doing swords at the end here, let's get an obvious danger. If this danger is out facing me, and I step with the leg that's closest to it to face that danger, I just got poked. I just got skewered. If I step away with that same leg, now I'm giving up my back this whole time. If I step with my back foot, and I think about stepping away from this danger, I'm still facing the danger, but now I'm off the line of it if it moves forward. So that's one of the themes in our short form one. We looked at our blocks, moving backwards, talking about range, gaining distance so that we have time, and safe covers. How do I face this new danger the safest way possible, but still be in range to be able to fire back? So let's look at that step now again. We've got step back, inward block. Step back, inward block. I turn, I look. Danger step, safe step. I'm going to step away, and this arm that went out, or went in, is going to go right back out. Good. Now I just repeat that process. The danger's still coming towards me. I step back, I outward block again. Let's look at that one more time from this view. I'm going to give you guys a different angle, and then we're going to put the techniques back in to make it a little bit more advanced. So I've got inward block. Inward block. I turn to my left, or 9 o'clock. Step cover, block. Step and block. Notice I'm chambering the other arm back to get full range of motion, and I'm landing with those blocks. Let's look at another angle here. So I'm going to face you guys, you're going to mirror. I'm using my left, you're going to use your right. Step back, inward block. Step back, inward block. I look, I see the danger. Safe leg steps, block, step back, block. Good. Now, let's put in those techniques again. Let's make it a little bit more dynamic and a little bit more active, a little bit more sophisticated. We've got inward block, punch, roundhouse, land back, inward block, forward bow punch, roundhouse, land, cover, outward block, let's do a little coordination set with this. Right from my block, punch, forward bow punch, kick punch, land punch. Went up a difficulty level on this one. Do the best you can. So I could take that same idea and I could do outward block, punch, punch. And I could stop right there. I could go outward block, punch, punch. So let's give you 3 levels on this one. What I'm doing right now, just the blocks, white belts, yellow belts. That's all you need for your next belt requirements. Those of you who are adding the techniques, think of this as an extra set. So when we ask you, do you want to do another set on your test? Here's something that you can start thinking about. You can say, hey, Sensei, I wrote a set. I took short form 1 and I put these techniques in. This is something that you can be creative and you can kind of add, and that's kind of cool. Lets you use your own brain, and we're going to be really impressed when we see you pull that off. So let's go back. Let's look at those techniques again. We've got inward block, punch, roundhouse. Remember, you can fill in the gaps however you like with that one. Inward block, punch, roundhouse. Good. Let's go outward block. And just punch, punch for now. Outward block. Punch, punch. Good. Let's look at that at another angle. So from the front, mirroring you guys again. Inward block. Punch, roundhouse. Inward block. Punch, roundhouse. I look to my next bad guy, my next danger. Safe cover. Outward block, same arm, punch, punch. Outward block, punch, punch. Good. I think we're going to add one more level to that, to the second side there. And we're going to leave it a halfway point for today. We'll pick up on the second half on Monday again, because it's a good chunk. We don't always need to fill our brains up with a lot of information at once. And remember, if you forget what we went over in class today, you can always look it up on YouTube, stop it, rewind it, see it again until it helps your brain remember what we were working on. So let's go back to the base again. Inward. Inward, look, cover. Outward, outward. From the front, inward, inward, look, cover, outward, outward, with our counterattacks. Inward, punch, roundhouse. Inward, punch, roundhouse. Outward, counter punch, punch. Outward, counter punch, punch. Good. From the front, we've got inward, punch, roundhouse. Inward, punch, roundhouse. Look, cover. Outward, punch, punch. Step back, outward, punch, punch. Good. Come on back up. Shake that out. All right. I want to go back to a little bit of movement here. And then, you know what? We got lots of time, so I want to go back to that sword set. And we might even add one more round of our short form 1. So one more thing that our form gives us is the idea of the clock principle. So if I look at an analog clock, the one that has 2 hands and then it has the second timer, 12 is at the front, 6 is at the bottom, 3 is going to be on the right-hand side, and 9 is going to be to the left. I'm pointing to your left and right just so you don't get confused. Now, what I do is I take that clock idea and I turn it so it's on the ground, place it on the ground. And now 12 is always going to be in front of me, 6 is always going to be behind me, 3 is going to be to my right, and 9 is going to be to my left. So let's go back to our movement for a second. We were just working our hops on one legs. Now let's look at some spins. Another little balance challenge. Now the first thing I want you to try is I'm going to put my left leg in front. You can mirror me. As long as we're switching legs and what we do, we're going to put our guard up. And the only thing we're going to do is we're going to step around with that other leg. If you'll notice, I went towards my back with that leg to step forward. I didn't go forward, so I'm losing my sight for a split moment in time, but I want my head to turn first. Let's try just 5 of those. Ready? 1. Reset. 2. Good. Reset. 3. Reset. 4. Reset. 5. Good. Now we're going to do 5 more. We're going to get a little bit tricky. So I'm going to lift my leg up this time. I'm going to lift my leg up and over the fence. So there's a fence right here that I need to get my foot over. Let's do that 5 times. I'm still going behind you with that leg. 1. Reset. 2. Reset. 3. Reset. 4. Reset. And 5. Good. Last round, here's the tricky part. We're going to go the whole way back down to where we started with that leg. So I'm still going to lift it up. I'm still going to turn towards my back. But I'm going to land my foot in the same place it started. It's going to go up and back around. Here we go. Just 5 times. If you don't get it today, that's all right. This is something that you can work on your own. Ready? And 1. 2. 3. And if you notice, I'm trying to turn my head as fast as I can. 3. I'm spotting in front of me. That keeps me from getting dizzy. 4 and 5. Good. Switch legs. Here's our 3 levels. Level 1. 1 is just the leg moving forward. And then I'm going to reset it back. Here we go. 1. Reset. 2. Reset. 3. Reset. 4. Turn my head. Reset. I'm always making sure 5. That head goes straight forward to my target. Level 2. Lift that knee up. Get it over the gate. Here we go. 1. Up and over. Reset. 2. Up and over. Reset. 3. Up and over. Reset. 4. Up and over. Reset. 5. Up and over. Here's the tricky 5. The whole way around, up and over the gate, back to where you started. And 1. Up and around. Woo. 2. Up and around. Try not to lift on that leg. The more you can keep a bend, the more you're going to keep your balance. 3. Up and around. 4. Up and around. And 5. Up and around. Good. So, this is the base for all of our spin kicks or spinning strikes with our fists. So my step I could use to get some torque for my spinning back kick. That's something that you can play with on your own. Is start to throw some strikes with that. Start to throw some elbows with that. Depends on my range again. If I'm in close range, I can make that an elbow strike. If I'm a little farther out, I can extend. And then when I lift my leg up, I'm setting up for all of my spin kicks. Good. One more time through, I want to go back and review just what we did with that short form 1, and we're going to finish with some sword set again today. So, back from our piece over power, we've got our block, inward, turn, outward, outward. From the front, Let's do that again. Inward, inward, look, cover. Outward, outward with our strikes. Inward, punch, roundhouse, back. Inward, punch, roundhouse, back. Outward, counter, punch. Outward, counter, punch. Good. So, everybody go ahead. Let's grab our swords, our hangers, our lightsabers, whatever we're using for today. And let's review what we did today. And I'm going to add one more part for everybody. So, as a reminder, I'm going to face you guys first for the start of this and mirror you. Work your form, your set, just like you were looking in to your own reflection. So we're starting with the sword over on our left side. We've got our bow. The right breathe in and out. We draw our weapon. We step out with the right leg. Hand is behind the flat end of the sword. In breath, out breath. We've got cap, cup, and saucer. We've got our upward block. Step together, diagonal slice. Whoosh. Step apart, vertical slice. Let's try that again. I'm going to move a little bit back so that you guys can still see my feet. So we've got our bow. Draw your sword. Cap, cup, and saucer. Block. Step together, slice. Step apart, slice. Good. Let's do that one more time. I'm going to face the mirror now, and we're all going to do this the same direction. Back. Draw. Cup and saucer. Block. Together, slice. Apart, slice. Now, here's where we're going to build. New part that's going to get tricky. So, facing you all, mirroring what you're doing. Wow. Draw. Cap, cup, and saucer. Step block. Step together, slice. Step apart, slice. Now, right foot is going to step back. And I want you to really take a look at my feet because this is an exaggerated stance. This is a stance we don't usually use in Kempo. I'm going to step back with a straight front leg, and I'm going to bend my back leg. And I get really deep with this. Notice my front leg is turned sideways. The blade of the weapon is up, and I put my front hand up, and I straighten my toes right here. Good. Now, from here, going to get tricky again. I'm going to push off this bent leg, and I'm going to lift that knee up. I've got a crane stance. The blade's above me. I step and I slice across. I step behind, and I check both with the weapon and with my hand. Good. Let's just go from our slice down. I step back. Good. I strike my pose. I step up with my crane stance. I step with my slice. And I step with my check into the twist. Looking awesome, everybody. We're going to do that whole thing now, facing the front. Whole way from the beginning. Here we go. Bow. Breathe in, breathe out. Draw your weapon. In and out. Cat stance. Here comes that first strike. We're blocking their sword. We're slicing the evil goblin. We're slicing down the center. Good. Now we're going to step back. Get that nice pose. Good. Everybody stay there. I'm going to move so that I don't end up off camera here. I'm pushing off this back leg to lift that leg up. As I step, slice down, step behind, check. Good. One more time from there again. And back. Step out. Draw the weapon. Whoop. Let's try that again. Everybody rewind. All right, here we go. Bow. Now draw the weapon, step out. Calf up and saucer. Same leg that pull back, steps and blocks. Step and slice. Step and slice. Step back. Get that deep stance. Deep, 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 deep stretch. Up. Around and behind. Good. I'm going to switch angles for you guys again. So one more time from the front so you can see what my hands are doing. Good. Now, so that you get an idea of what we're doing here, and whenever we get a chance to see everybody in person again, or even if you have a sword, here's what's going on, how I'm using the weapon. I'm pretending like it's in my sheath. If I have my belt, I can even start with it here. So when I draw that weapon, whenever it's over to my side, and you see me from the side view here, this is the safe end of the weapon. I cup and saucer. I'm going to block, just like my upward block in star blocking. I do a diagonal and then straight down. Good. I'm switching positions a lot just so you can see what the weapon looks like in the hand. Stepping back. Blade is up. Blade stays up when I go to my crane. And it's like a big airplane propeller as it goes across. We finish in our last spot. Good. Let's open it up and see if there's any questions on anything we worked on today. So we have about 3 minutes left. We can go a little bit more. I wanted to see if anybody had any questions on what we worked on. Spinning ideas. You can type them in. We've unlocked the chat, so you can put in any of your questions.
Or raise your hand.
Or raise your hand and we'll call on you if you have a question. Yeah, Bogdana has a question for us. Hold on 1 second, Bogdana. Go ahead. What's your question?
Okay, so when you're spinning, should
Uh-huh.
your front or back leg usually be on the ground?
Very good question. So Bogdana's there is a little bit of a spin here, and she said, what leg is leaving? So I'm going to face the same direction as you so we can see that. I am going to be back on my right leg. My left leg is straight, my right leg is bent. The same leg is bent, that's already a spring for me, so that's the one that's going to push up and lift up. Does that make sense? Give me a thumbs up if that made sense. Awesome, good question.
Veronica, good question. Are we going to do more sword set tomorrow?
We don't. We're going to break for the weekend, so there's no group class tomorrow, but we're going to do sword set every week. We're going to give you guys some more as a little reward for coming in, and it's probably going to be a little bit closer to the end of the week, but we can always do a little bit of review just to keep it in. We will get through all of this. Anybody else have a question on anything we worked on today? It could be sword set. I see Honey practicing her short form 1. That's awesome. I like seeing you guys keep moving. Any other questions on what we worked on today? Short form 1, any of the combinations, any of the spins? No? Yes. Uh-oh, we had a question over here.
Dean,
Dean, what's the question?
you have a question, buddy?
If we stop like our Zoom and go back to the dojo, will we still be doing sword set every week?
That is something we can do as a reward for working on our Kempo. That's why I wanted to give you guys some sword set, because all of you have been working really hard on your exercises and on your Kempo techniques.
Okay.
Good question, buddy.
Good question.
Yeah. Good question,
So
Veronica.
Veronica asked a question, and she was saying, if we do short form 1 and add techniques, can we add any technique? And the question is yes, but here's the but, Veronica. It has to fit in to what's already going on. So we need to use something that has that inward block to start whatever technique we're working on. Obviously, we don't have a lot of techniques with the outward block, so that's where you can get a little bit creative. But guess what? Even with my outward block, I can still plug in the ending to another technique that I have and make it work. So yes to any technique, but make it work with the block that it starts with. Great questions. Everybody, come on back up. Before we bow out, let's finish with some energy. Did we have one more? Awesome. All right. So, everybody hop out to your horse stance. We're going to finish with 100 front 2 knuckle punches for Friday to take us the whole way through the weekend. Here we go. And make each of them strong. Go. 10. 20. 30.
Make every punch count.
40.
Nice and strong. Good technique.
50. 60. 70. 'Good, and up. Nice job, everyone. Nice, strong front positions. Show respect up front. Step out. Come on back up. Everybody salute out. Happy Friday. Happy weekend. Remember, if you want to go back and look at these, they're up on YouTube. You can search Shaolin American Self-Defense Academy.